You should really watch this video if you're interested in making at least $500,000 over the course of the next 2 years, investing in a property that is located in a really, really hot area in Toronto. Let's get into it. All right, so let's get started. Basically what we have, this is a fourplex, a commercial residential mixed-use property that is located in the Junction area in downtown Toronto. Well, it's not really downtown, but it's in Toronto. It's in the core, close to the core. Junction is an up-and-coming area. There's a huge demand for properties in the area. Right now, we're seeing a lot of population increase and pay increases. Property prices are going up a lot in this area. This is one of the areas that was picked by Real Estate Investment Network founder Don Campbell as one of the areas to watch out for in Toronto. So it's a fourplex located on Dundas. I want to give you some gist of it. Basically, you have three different options available for this if you purchase this property. One is to buy and hold. The second is to buy, renovate, and hold. The third is to buy, develop, and hold or sell, whichever option you want to exercise. Right now, the property is 4,200 square feet. Asking price is $1,949,800. Cash investment required is 1.06. Now, the 1.06 is skewed because I have the development cost included in there. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about it as we go further. Right now, the property is sitting vacant. So if you were to purchase and just rent it all out, currently your NOI would be around $8,000 per month for this one with $96,000 per year. Cash flow, after everything is said and done, that is generated is $765 a month, which is a lot better than what you're seeing right now in the market. Cap rate for the purchase, again, property is vacant right now, but if the seller might be willing to rent it all out, if we have a firm agreement and you want to make sure that it's all rented, we can rent it all out for you too. 5% cap rate. Internal rate of return at 10 years is 10.5, but that number again is skewed because we are only looking at it as a buy and hold. So we're going to talk a little bit more about it. So as I said, three different options that are available. It's located in the Junction. So this is Keele Street over here, Dundas over here. The property is located between Pacific and High Park. So it's located a little bit off. So it's located in this area over here. And it's on the north side. So it's the sunny side. This is probably one of the most desirable area right here because you have a lot of boutiques that are coming in there. So let's talk a little bit more about the purchase. So purchasing it at 1.949, you have 1.462 as your mortgage. Your down payment requirement, $487,000. Buying cost is $73,000. We're going to talk a little bit more about it. If you are looking to just buy and hold, you don't need to spend this $500,000 up front. This is if you want to buy and then renovate it, develop it, you need to spend about $500,000 and you can add 4,000 more square feet on it. And with those 4,000 square feet, you can generate additional cash flow, which we're going to talk about. It's almost going to double your NOI. So this is not 9 units, it's actually 5 units right now with the basement not being rented. 4211, cost per square foot is working out to $463. Monthly rent per square foot is 2.3. Cost per unit, this is a little bit low. It's not right. It should be around the 450 mark. Average month per unit is $1,074. Again, not correct. It's a little bit skewed. Problem is that I don't have any way of correcting it. Now, when I did these numbers, I did them based on at 75% LTV. You can get this property because the owner right now has a residential mortgage on it. You can get this for 80% LTV, but it all depends on your personal profile. If you can get approved for it, you can get it at 80% LTV. So gross annual rent multiplier is 16.8. Debt rate coverage is at 1.1. Cash on cash is 0.9. These are the assumptions that are included in here. Vacancy rate of 2%, income inflation. So your income is going to go up 2% every year. Expense inflation is at 1%. And if you were to refinance, 70% loan to value. So income, $9,670. We're going to take a look at the rent roll a little bit later. There's 4 parking spots, well, two tandem and 2 parking spots available. So you can rent them out at around $300 a month. Operating income is $97.77. Taxes, around 9% of your total expense of your income. $876 a month. Insurance about $160 a month. Hydro is around $203. Heating and gas is $403. And your water and wastewater is $69. Now, one thing I want to point out, it's not gas, it's actually oil heating over here. The part of the reason the owner hasn't updated it is because you just have to change the furnace, and if you're looking to redevelop, there's no point in you spending money and changing it over to a gas furnace, then you have to change it again. There is gas connection already available, so you don't have to spend any money over there. There's also power available. You depending on what sort of utilities you're providing to your tenants, there might be enough power available to add four more units. But if you're looking to do, let's say, for example, if you want to do 4 washers, 4 dryers, 4 microwaves, and 4 more stoves, there might not be enough power. But if you say go with gas dryers and you go with gas stoves, there's definitely more than enough power available there. As I said before, net operating income is $8,066. With your mortgage payment of $73.01, your cash flow generated is $765 a month, which is amazing for this property. So this is where it gets tricky. So I want you to follow along. If you were to buy and hold, this is the number that you're looking at. Buy and hold, gross rents at $116,000. Your vacancy loss, your parking, and then your operating income. There's your operating income right now, $117,000. Your expenses are deducted out, which are $20,530. Your operating income comes out to $96,000. That's at a 5% cap rate at 1.949. Cash flow that the property is generating per year, that is, as you can see, 9176. So at purchase price is 5% cap rate. Market value, which includes your closing cost, is 4.8. A lot of people won't even point that out for you. I'm pointing it out for you. So market value works out to, at 5% cap rate, is $2,000. Like again, this is basically it's a loan analysis. So this is how much your equity is, your loan to value ratio at the end of year 1. If you were to sell this property, obviously the numbers are going to be negative because you have to pay your closing costs and you have to pay your closing costs for buying, and you have to pay your closing costs for selling. So this property will generate a negative return for you. If you were to hold this property for more than 3 years, the property generates a really solid return for you. Now, so that was buy and hold without doing any renovation. If you were to buy and hold and renovate, these numbers, as you can see, where you see 9,000 cash flow, will be much better. So where we are saying that you're going to charge $2,800, you're going to charge $3,200, $3,300, $3,400. Where we're saying you're charging $1,300, you're going to charge a lot more. So that's how you're going to be able to make a better return on this property if you were to buy it and renovate it, and then either sell or keep it or hold it. Now, year 2 is where I have put in the additional income for additional units. So let's say it takes you a year to hold this property. You are able to generate, you can put 4 units at 1,000 square feet each. 1,000 square feet would rent for about $1,700 per unit. $1,700 per unit will generate an additional income for you, which is almost $80,000. I don't know if you can notice. So 96,000, 789, to 178,898. So there's a big substantial increase, but it will take you $500,000 to get to that number. So there's some other things that you have to keep in mind. There's $500,000. Then you're going to have $20,530 for the ongoing operating expense, and you're going to have mortgage payments of $87,000. So it's actually $600,000 a year. Sorry, $110,000 in operating expenses plus the $500,000. So you're looking at about $610,000, $620,000 that you're going to have to spend. And as soon as you do that, your year 2 net operating income goes from $96,000 to almost $180,000, and your cap rate changes from 5% to 9.2%. Now, if you want to do more math as to what your internal rate of return is going to be on the $620,000 you're going to spend, by all means, you're more than welcome to do that. But you will see that there's at least $500,000 that you can make on this property. Because once you're making $178,000, here, let's just do the math. If you have a property that is making $178,000, $178,898 divided by 0.05% cap rate, that's the value that you're getting, 2.577960. Now, given that because you're going to have 4 more units, let's say you're going to have an additional 5,000 expenses. So your number comes down to 3.4. Still, it's a really solid investment for you. Anybody that is looking to do this. Now, some of you might be thinking, okay, I have the purchase, I have the power to make the purchase right now, but I cannot make the purchase and spend the $500,000. No worries about that. What you can do is you can go to different lenders, and if you don't have any contacts, I can connect you with them, where they will do construction financing for you. They will see the future value being high enough that all of their interest payments can be covered through a balloon payment or through ongoing payments, and they will be able to lend you the money that you need in order for you to do the construction that is required. That could be in the form of a new first mortgage, where you are going with a hard money lender, or you could get a secondary mortgage or secondary financing and get the money out so you can actually spend the money on the property, improve it, and then refinance it. So if you're looking at refinancing, your obviously your loan balance will go up a little bit, but because of the refinancing, there's built-in equity. You'll be able to pull a lot of the money out and pay out the original second mortgage that you had taken out to get the construction work done. If you want more information about this, I'd love to sit down with you and explain to you how you can do this. I would love to do this myself, but with my busy time schedule and the commitments that I have with properties, I can't take this on. Otherwise, I would be all over this one. So this is our rent roll. So there's a one-bedroom lower level. So there's dual bi-level in the back. So the lower level in the back is 900 square feet. It can be rented for 1,200. It could be a little bit more if you want to. One bedroom main floor, 900 square feet, again 1,690. Three bedroom plus one on the second floor, that can be rented for $2,800. The four bedrooms units built after 1 year. So it's showing up over here at $1,700 per month, but in the finances you're seeing them showing up in year 2. That's why it says built after 1 year. So the commercial space is 993 square feet. That can be rented for $3,490. And if you want to include the basement with them, you can charge them another $490. Or you could actually have the basement being part of the one bedroom main floor, or you could have it being part of one bedroom lower level in the back. And if you have somebody that is looking for additional space with their commercial, you can actually convert the back units into commercial, so you have more space, office space available for them. So there's a lot of flexibility available with this building. As long as you come in and you take a look at it and it's something that you want to work with, you can make something happen. Another option that is available is converting the whole building into commercial. I have a detailed package with a lot of comps available if anybody wants to review them, where you can see if you had a residential, how much you would be making, if you had a commercial, how much the building would be making, and you can do your analysis based on that. One thing to remember is anytime you go to commercial, you have to pay a little bit higher property tax, but you can actually recover most of it through TMI. Any questions you have, reach out to me, 877-439-2339. And I'd be more than happy to chat with you. Here's a buying cost. So the legal is around $2,000. Land transfer tax works out to about $70,000. And the engineering report, if it's requested, is around $1,500. That's it for me. If you have any questions, reach out to me, Addy at heyaddy.com. Email me, or you could call me, 877-HEY-ADDY, 439-2339. Take care, and I will talk to you soon. Cheers.